Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday Call Live. Now, let's hear from our host, Andy Albright.
Thank you, Billy. Thank you, team. Great videos. And, woohoo. Let me turn this down a little bit. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yep. Is that clear? Looks blurry to me. Y'all good? Eh? It looks like it's slow to me also. I've got the new Join the Breakthrough wait list. We sold out on Saturday night, boys and girls. How about the audio? Is the audio coming in clear? 100%? Okay, so I hope you guys promoted this as hard as I have. I've really tried to get some extra people on this call. I am excited about this group. Valerie, Rachel, and Jared, and Sabrina. We want to give some people some hope. We want to give some people some education today. We want to connect them with some technology, some strategies that they can have the same kind of success you guys have had. You know this. You've probably been told this, Valerie. The difference between you making $250,000 a year and you making $250 million a month is about 6 inches. It's this 6 inches right here. And so we can explain to people how to do this and how to sell, but a lot of things what we got to work on is people's head, getting their head right. So I'm excited to do this call. Each of you guys have massive potential to build a massive organization, make a difference in lives, write checks, have your name on buildings, pay for kids' education, grandkids' life is set up where they've got a multi-million-dollar trust fund. How would you like to have grandkids that have a multi-million-dollar life fund, trust fund set up? After their first month they're born, they got it set up. Now, here's what some people say. They say, yeah, I don't want my kids on drugs and I don't want to ruin their life by giving them something good. My parents didn't ruin my life by giving me something good and helping me pay for college. They set me up where I could succeed. It's up to me to be an idiot if I want to. These people that say it's going to ruin their kids. What ruins their kids is something else. Maybe it's the way you brought them up. Maybe it's the ideals that you taught them, but I don't think it's the money that ruins them. I see how it can be a problem, but I know plenty of people that were ruined, that were broke, running around a trailer park. Money didn't ruin them. Something else ruined them. I don't know what happened to them. All right, so let's get into this. I want to tell you all this ahead of time. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., I'm having 22-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 18-year-olds on the call, 19 and 18-year-olds on the call. These people are killing it with us, but I'm going to start talking to them business one-on-one. You guys can jump on. Anybody can jump on. It's going to be live at 10 a.m., just like this show. It will be recorded. A lot of people, here's the deal. I expect people to keep this time open. Wednesdays, 12:30 to 2, Thursdays, 1 to 2, and Fridays, 10 a.m. to 11. I expect people to keep them open. Even if you're selling, just plan on pulling over to a gas station or some kind of a store and watch this on your phone so that we're all on the same page, watching the same show, same moons up above, same skies up above, same time of day, so that we are on the same page 3 times a week. Okay. And I know I got some dum-dums that try to do 5 conference calls in addition to our 3. And I go, why are you doing that? That is silly. Get people on here where we've got Andy Riddle, we've got Adam Katz, Sabrina Floyd. When we got leaders on here, Stephen Davies, and get them exposed to this. An occasional conference call for recognition or recognizing leaders, running a contest, but not every day. What are you doing to me? All right. Okay. All right. So tomorrow at 10, call. Don't expect people to be on it live. You're welcome to, but if you're not, it's going to be available. Really, really want to get these 20-year-olds on and with a business one-on-one. I've got several kids that are not going to college. and they say, "Can we learn business from you?" Heck yeah, we will teach you business. You don't need to go to college. Now, you go into college and you're learning biology or whatever, history, and you're not doing business. This is for you also. All right, let's start this thing with Rachel and Jared. I had a great conversation with you guys this morning. I would like for you to introduce yourselves, kind of tell you what world you come from, your background, how you were getting paid, Rachel, and Jared, how you were getting paid, your kind of where you were coming from, and let's just get people in a mindset of where you were when you got into the, or before you got into this. Where was y'all's mindset? Who's kicking it off, Rachel or Jared?
Well, Jared, start.
Yeah. Hey, Andy, thanks for having us on the call. Appreciate it. Before we got started with the Alliance, about a couple of years ago, I was a welder, a traveling welder at that. So I was the guy on the highway with a pickup truck and a welder in the back with out-of-state plates doing like 90 past you in the left lane. Did that for about 5 to 7 years, and before that, right out of high school, started doing that. I was in construction for pretty much right out of high school. It was making some good money. We'd always kind of do about 6 figures doing that. But, it was a lot of time away from home, a lot of time away from my kids. We got 2 young boys, Carter and Oliver, 7 and 5. I think they're watching right now. So hi, Carter and Oliver. They're fired up right now, Andy, because they think we're on real TV. So they're like pumped up about it right now. Watching us on
this is real TV.
Yeah, they see
the other stuff is fake TV, baby. This is legit.
That's right. I have two young boys, and we were making pretty good money, but we were always on the road. I was doing that a lot, and what happened was I started tearing up my shoulders, tearing up my knees, my hips. So I was young, but I was putting a lot of miles on my body.
I picture you with this big old shield with a plastic frame in front of it, going.
You look good, Andy. You look good.
Yeah.
Is that what it was like?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, long sleeves and all that stuff.
Big gloves.
Oh yeah. Yeah, big gloves, long jacket, boots, the whole thing. Yeah.
Come home with burn marks everywhere.
Oh yeah, getting burned every day. And it was like covered in burns now.
Did you ever meet any welders that do it without a mask? They're like, I need no mask.
Yeah, they got like right here, and they're blind. Like they're just they got cataracts at age 45, and that's some of the stuff that was starting to happen to me health-wise. And I was like, I saw all these guys older than me that were doing it. They're like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. They're on their 7th shoulder surgery. And I was like, I think I'm smart enough to figure this out, to do something else. So before I got into any major surgeries, we got out of it.
So while he was doing that, traveling the country welding, we had our boys at home. I was a full-time social worker, and I worked in maximum security prisons, in jails and correctional facilities. And I also worked part-time in nursing too. So Jason says
all men's prisons. All men's prisons.
Yep.
Raking in the big bucks.
Oh yeah. Lots of money there. Social work.
Yeah. 9 months pregnant.
Yeah.
So did you go to social work school and Jared go to welder school?
No, just me. Yeah, I got a couple different degrees. Still got to pay those off too.
Yes. I started working just right out of high school. Like a lot of people who grow up blue collar. Your buddy's dad owns a company, and they just looking for people to help. And that's kind of how I got started in that. So. But it was a lot of time away, so I wasn't super fired up about that all the time.
And y'all are way over 6 figures this year. And y'all did Ireland?
That was our first trip. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was your first ever?
Yeah.
Was that ridiculous?
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it's the people, the food. I mean, it was awesome. Hanging out with Elliot from HMA, that man's crazy. I'd go on the trip just to hang out with Elliot. He was awesome. So
it's hard to keep up with all of you guys.
Yeah.
I thought we were young and, had a lot of energy.
Yeah. But so yeah. And we're fired up about Alaska too. That's going to be awesome. I saw the promo video, pumped up about it. Don't have to go on a 20-hour flight. I'm super fired up about that.
Can't wait to see
I didn't know it was that long, so pretty fired up about that.
What did we do? Adam Katz said we did it maybe 2010, like 13 years ago. It seems like yesterday because I remember so many things about it. This is a first class ship. Do y'all have any of your agents that have a shot at qualifying?
We have one, yeah. So we're working with her. We kind of worked it out a couple of weeks ago on how she can make it, and
who's that?
On track to do it. Ruth Velasquez, one of our downlines. She's recruiting like crazy and selling, so we're pretty fired up about her and her team that she has building right now.
And one of her downlines is not far behind her on track too, Tim Edwards. So we're fired up about him too.
Who's that?
Tim Edwards.
Yeah, writing some annuities, and he's came in the gate writing annuities. So
is that the one one of the ones you were talking about?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, let's look at that for him, because if we can get him to win or earn that trip out of the gate, does he have a ticket to Breakthrough?
No, not yet.
I
know
they sold out so fast.
I know. It's going to be hard.
I know. Winners are up front. You got to talk to your team like, look, when Albright announces something, don't be like, I'm going to get signed. No, you don't understand. Gone. You know, I hate that. Is he on the wait list for Breakthrough? I mean, is he on the wait list yet?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Well, we have an agent who actually has an extra ticket, so we're trying to get that ticket off of him and get him over there. You know,
I'd be texting him right now, bro. We got to have that ticket to my man, so he's got a shot at winning this Alaska cruise. You know what? Mm-hmm. You really ought to try to do that. Try to make that happen. I've got several people text me, I got to do anything. Like, you should have, what you should have done. I can't tell you I can tell you what you should have done.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm excited about y'all, and think about, high level. Jared's selling, you're recruiting. Is that the way y'all are doing it?
Yes.
Yep.
And do y'all have an admin yet?
Yeah. 2.
Well, I know one of the things I was on your butt about was getting somebody to clean the house, because I just didn't want to picture. I just didn't want to picture Rachel with a toothpick going around your toilet and cleaning.
Not anymore. We got one.
3 little boys cleaning and like, what the God blessed feet, you know?
Stop peeing. Yeah. Yeah, and we're about to bring on a guy to cut the lawn too. I'm doing that. And I'm like, I'm not a fan of doing that much anymore. So.
Here's what we're doing. We're creating jobs for America.
Yeah.
As people say, trickle down theory don't work, and rich people do not hire other people. Like, smart rich people hire other people.
Yeah.
We create. I mean, think about it. Do you understand? The government says they're creating a job. Well, they just have, no, you created a job. Somebody to clean, somebody to do admin, somebody to do your yard. You're creating jobs. Those are legitimate created jobs. By stirring the economy, now you hire a person.
Yeah.
I can't believe how much it freed up for us to pour into the business more too.
So you can create another job.
Yeah.
One day you're going to hire a pilot. One day you'll get an accountant.
What the chef? I want a chef soon. That would be great too.
Well, I agree. I've never been able to do that because my wife don't like it in my house. I tried it one time. She was a great chef. The problem is, anyway, she didn't work out. And then Jane wouldn't let me try again. I was like, it's always, you know.
They don't all do that, you know. They don't all do that.
That's what I said. But anyway, okay. So you're creating jobs. You recruit. When you say you got 2 admin, is it 40 hours a week, or are they both part-time?
We have 1 full-time and 1 part-time.
Yeah, and we're bringing him on to full-time soon too, and probably have to bring on another one within the next month or so.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're recruiting like crazy, selling like crazy. We're bringing on downlines constantly. So we're just trying to follow what Jason and Olga, their system and their plan and what they've been able to show us and mentor us. There's no reason why we're growing. Like, they're the only reason like we're growing right now is because we're just kind of following their lead and doing what they tell us to do. So Jason and Olga tell us to get another assistant.
Well, there is Andy Riddle.
And Andy Riddle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is Clay Marquez.
And Clay, President's Club with Clay. I do my boy Clay.
And there is Bam.
Bam's awesome.
Robbie Kraft. My girl Ashley in the leads department. I like her too.
Everybody wants to get credit, okay? Just remember, everybody wants credit. And by the way, credit's free.
Yeah. Okay.
Be lavish with your credit. All right. Really, let's see. What date did y'all contract with us, Jared? When did y'all start?
January.
Yeah, right after NatCon last year.
January of 22.
22, yeah. I think it was NatCon. So it's either January or February, whenever NatCon was.
Okay. So another pretty new. Let's do Valerie, and we'll come back to y'all. Think about leads. How many leads do you really get? How do you get them? What do you call it? Your the app to do tracking. Like, how do you book appointments? Do you double book? Do you go back and forth? Do you knock on doors? Okay, like with the nitty gritty. All right, but let's go to Valerie because I know she's pretty new. Valerie, when did you contract? When did you get your license, contract, and start? What was your start date?
I got licensed in mid-October of 2021, and then I actually started selling in November. So had my first sale day after Thanksgiving.
November of 21.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you've actually got a month. You got a month on them. You start in December. You might even have 2 months on them, but about the same time.
Yep.
And you had a little different story, kind of story. Y'all got one or two kids, and tell me.
Boys.
Okay, 2 boys. Okay, they got 2 boys. And what's your boys' ages?
9 and 2. So Nathan is 9, Nolan is 2.
Okay, well, y'all are not welders and social workers. So let's do your education and y'all's careers. What you and Brandon were in.
Yep. So I was in project management for healthcare marketing companies. So pretty much doing like client relations for pharmaceutical companies. So they're like social media ads and campaigns. And yeah, I wasn't happy. Andy, picture this. So I was about 7 months pregnant, studying for my PMP so I could get jobs that would pay me more money. I got the job that paid me more money, got a new house, all of that. And then just my first 2 weeks on the job, it was terrible. My boss wasn't there. So it was like, okay, let's try this insurance thing. And then my husband, he was also climbing the ladder at his job, which, he's still in. He's director of risk for Zaxby's franchising. So with the two of us.
Where did y'all go? Where did y'all go to school?
I went to Rutgers, New Brunswick, and he went to St. John's in Queens.
One of my good friends' son is going to be playing ball for St. John's this year. And Rutgers University. So I'll give people heads up. These are the kind of school that you're a number. You're not treated with delicate care. They don't love on you and make sure you understand. They throw you to the wolves, and 50% of the people flunk out. The ones that don't flunk out end up graduating. And they have friends that also graduate. So it's a weird deal when people say, Andy, do you think I need a college degree? Nope. Would it be good if I had one? Sure. It'd be good if you came into the business with $1 billion trust fund. That'd be cool. Or at least a $10 million trust. It'd be cool. But do you have to have it? No. You can build a business from zero. You can build it without a college degree. Does it help if you're a welder? Yes. Because you had some kind of real legit money. Does it help if you're a director of risk management for Zaxby's? Yes. Because it's just a history that you bring to the table. So you were, as they say, $1.50. You're $150,000 salary, but not happy.
Yep.
Are you working out of your home or are you going to an office?
Out of my home. Or I was remote. So yeah, I was working from home at the time.
Working from home, $150,000 salary. You got benefits. You have benefits too, like health insurance stuff.
Yeah, we did.
So you go to Brandion and you say, I'm not happy. Y'all are some fired up couple. He says, are you crazy? Don't quit your job. Or does he say, hey, I trust you. Quit your job. Go for it.
No, he came to me. I didn't come to him. I'm the type, I'm going to, try and make it work, see it through. I wasn't going to quit, but he came to me like, it's okay. You don't have to be miserable. You don't have to be stressed out. Like, we can try something different, like take control of your future. I got us if it, doesn't work. But knowing the type of person I am, he knew that I was going to make it work.
Y'all tracking? So a lot of people say, well, I'm dealing with this couple and the man, he's holding her back. Then you got a bad couple. What do we do about it? What do you mean? What do we do about it? We're going to go to him and give him a butt whooping, to get a belt switch. You think we should put him in a corner? Should we, cancel him? What should we do? I don't know. Find me one that the guy says, you got this. Does that make sense? Well, my husband's like that. Hey, sorry about that. I'm sorry. I wish I wasn't like that. What can I do about it? I don't know. I'm not a magician or a psychiatrist. So don't get me wrong. I can help. But my point being, find a welder that's making six figures but don't want to travel because he's got a wife and kids. Find a social worker that's not scared of men in a prison. Not scared of men in a prison. She's not going to be scared to make phone calls and recruit.
I never said I wasn't scared, Andy.
Was you scared?
Some days. I'm tiny. Those stores are big. All I do is work out all day.
I wouldn't go in there. I'll be honest with you. That's how scared I'd be. So, semi-scared. Hey, she was scared, but she did it anyway. Does that work? She was scared, but did it anyway. So your husband says, go for it. You get your license, stop your income, start producing. But you didn't make $150,000 the first 12 months, did you?
No, I didn't.
What did you make?
After taxes, probably only about 54,000. So definitely was
in our business.
Yeah, after like taxes and all that. Yep.
Don't pay taxes. No, I can't say that. No, you should pay your taxes. We need to talk about that. We need to talk about that though, because seriously, because cleaners. Let's talk offline. But I am telling you, if you paid. So what did you? If I looked you up, how much did you make? Deposited in your account?
Probably only. I know it was under 100,000. It had to be maybe like 70,000, some change, something like that. But
if you,
it was that bad. I honestly don't remember because I wasn't happy with it.
You gross 70 and paid 16,000 taxes. We've got to talk, girl. Matter of fact, you need to be on the call tomorrow at 10 a.m. if you can possibly be on it. We're talking basic business. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. So that was first year, but now I'm thinking you're on track to make more than that.
Oh yeah.
So what are you on track? Like, what are you making? What do you make last couple months?
So year to date, I'm at 90,000.
So 90,000, we're 7 months in. Here's the way I do it. I go 90,000 divided by 7. 90,000. I'm good on simple math. 90 divided by 7. She's averaging 12.5 times 12 is 154,000. Does that make sense, people? So she's averaging 90,000 divided by 7 months, averaging 12.8 times 12, 154,000. Now, if you only took the last 3 months, divide it by 3, multiply that times 12, she's probably on track to make 175, 190 because her salary is going up like this. As salary goes up, you have to recalculate what the run rate is. Run rate. These are the kind of things I'm going to be talking about tomorrow with the kids so that they eventually can do snap, snap, snap and not going like, what do you say? How do you do the math on that? This is simple math. All business people know it or they learn it. Okay. So run rate right now, minimum 150,000. Not a bad program. Brandion is still full-time. What's he put in? 50 hours a week, 60 hours a week? What does he commit to on his job? 40?
No, 40 hours a week.
Okay. So that leaves him 168 hours in a week. So if he gives them 40, that leaves him 128 for you, the 2 boys, and business. Say again?
The dog.
Oh, yeah, we got to do the dog. So that leaves him 128 hours for you, the 2 boys, the dog, and either business or working out or goofing off. 128 hours a week. So that's his world, but he lives with you. So it's kind of your world too. And you've got to deal with 2 kids, a dog, and a husband working out and goofing off. Okay. So, so Rachel and Jared, you tracking with me? So 2 years from now, You can say we got in at the same time of her. We're on a run rate to make $500,000. Valerie, you can say we're on a run rate to make $500,000, or not. Now, here's what people say. It's not a race. It is for me. Because see, if I'm Marcus Richardson and I can't get Valerie to make it $500,000 before Rachel and Jared, and I'm Marcus Richardson, I'm mad at myself. If I'm Jason Olga, and they let Valerie smoke past you, I'm mad at myself. And people say, well, I'm not competing against anybody. I'm just competing against myself. I don't know about you, but myself is easy to whoop. Valerie, on the other hand, Megan Wood, on the other hand, Michael Jordan, in other words, competition, iron sharpens iron. Competition brings out the best in people. Make sense? So on your team, competition. That's why I was talking earlier about posting pictures of people on your team, Rachel, how much they sold. Number 1 was my husband, Jared. What's wrong with you people? Number 2 was Marty. Way to go, Marty. Try to catch my husband, Timothy. Does that make sense? And show them what your team's doing. And then I know, I'm not sure Olga should do that. How does Jared rank? Is he number 1 on Olga's team? Because if I'm you, Jared, I want to be number 1 on Olga's team. And then I want to be number 1 on Riddle's team. You know, who wants to be number 1 on your little team? You got 10 producers. That's easy. Number 1 on Olga's team, number 1 on Riddle. And then ultimately, number 1 in the alliance. Or at least, you know, I'm saying like in top 5 with the alliance. Competition stirs people's souls. Okay. It gets them going. All right. Okay. So same thing, Valerie. Let's think about, and I know your sales is kind of crazy. You tried this way, you tried that way, but now you've kind of settled in to, you know, a strategy that you use. And I want to tell you this, Valerie. I love what you're doing. I always tell people, don't fall in love with what you're doing. Fall in love with the fact that it works. Because if you have a person that comes on board and they go, I want to do Medicare, and you go, no, Medicare sucks. You got to do this. Not a good program. I want to do IULs. And the other person comes on board and says, you don't understand. I like whole life. What do we care? You with me? Let's don't be so, got to do it my way. You with me? Let's figure this thing out. My way that we want people to do is come to meetings, get on conference calls, do it ethically, do it profitably. That you got to do. But do you want final expense? Do you want 403B? Do you want IULs, whole life term? Who cares? Just making sense? Cool. Valerie, it makes sense. We want people to win. Okay. Sabrina is the veteran on the team. Been with us several years. I don't even know, but I remember liking her for a long time. I remember traveling all over the country with her. All over the world with Sabrina. Sabrina, Give us a highlight. You a mama, you a auntie, you a daughter.
Yes.
Were you a pilot? Weren't you a pilot for Delta or something like that?
I was a baggage handler for United.
Oh, okay. Close. So you carried the baggage pilot.
I drove the bags around. Yep. Mm-hmm. And I taught high school for 13 years.
You was one person out there with a yellow uniform.
That was me.
Did you ever hit a plane?
Not me, but I've actually, unfortunately, saw a girl get sucked into the engine.
How'd that work out?
Not very well. I hope she had life insurance. Well, she did it. She worked there. She had life insurance.
She gone?
She's gone. Yeah.
Got too close to the plane.
The engines are sucking you in while they're running. So
yeah, no bueno.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I feel bad about it. I don't want people to think I'm cold and don't feel bad. I feel bad about it. I feel sad for the kids and family.
Yeah, that was bad. But yeah, Andy, I've been here almost 5 years now with the Alliance. Fell in love from day one, but I first want to thank you and Jane Albright for this opportunity and this gift called the Alliance. It has been life-changing for me and my family. Stephen and Holly Davis, I thank you also for your love and support. But yeah, about 5 years ago, I remember I went to a hot spot and you were there up in New Jersey. And it must have been over 200 people in the room. And And I'm like, who is this crazy ass guy up here with this accent that I can't understand, who's butchering the English language? Because I was an English teacher. So I was over there like I had Tourette's in the corner every time. Oh my goodness. And I just remember I was so excited and thrilled after meeting you. And then I went to my first event, which was Instant Thunder down in Burlington. And that was just a cherry on top. And I met Robbie Kraft and some of the other great staff there. And I was sold, and I knew I was at home after many years of being a serial entrepreneur. And with all the events I attended, I must say Family Reunion was freaking awesome. Oh my God. This is the best one I've been to yet. And you think it can't get any, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, gooder and gooder, but it does. Tia and that whole staff, I mean, it was an exceptional event, and I came out there even more fired up to build. The team members that were there with me, they're so excited and really putting all the stuff into and making it happen. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, I am a single mom out of New Jersey. I currently live in South Carolina, and I got here, ended up here abruptly. I got a call July 5th of last year, walking into a training with Gina Hawks, that one of my my great niece was taken into custody, and they needed someone to come get her out of Child Protective Services. I got the call at 2:00. By 6:00, I was on the plane to South Carolina, and this is pretty much where I have been since that time. Because of the alliance, because of this gift, I was able to pick up and move in 4 hours and not miss a beat, and be able to care for these children and also support my son, who's 22 and a senior in college, and help my mom, who's here, and take my granddaddy's 100-year-old barn and convert that to a house, all because of the alliance and this opportunity. So I am so thankful and grateful for all of that. And just for where am I going with this? It's so interesting because the children I have now, they're 10 and 6 now, and they call you Lamborghini Man. They love you. They're like, you're going to be on the call with Lamborghini? And they want a job. So their job is they shred the papers and they put my folders together. So they're part of it. Did you know to pay them? No.
Okay. Let me tell you how this works. Okay. You need to pay them money let's say you make $100,000. Now, I'm not an accountant, so you need to check on this. That's what I'm supposed to say, but I know it's right.
Okay.
You pay them, like, you know how you give them $5, $10, $100 to buy stuff, right?
Yes.
That's not a tax deduction, is it?
No.
Did you know you could pay your kids $1,000 and it's a salary, and because it's so low, they don't have to pay taxes, and it's 100% off your bottom line, Valerie? Why would you give a kid money to buy shoes when you could pay him a salary of $1,000? You could give him $100 a month salary. Why would you do that? Why are you? Oh, because you don't know the rules.
Yeah. And I had 3 of them I could pay.
I know. Andy, where did you learn this? I'm not a moron. I ask a million questions. I ask questions like this. How the hell am I going to pay less taxes? I'm getting tired of these people. Government tax. What? How can I pay my kids? Can I pay my dog? Can I give my dog a salary? Dude, I'm trying to get everything out of my revenue. You can't pay your kids. They're too young. Oh, the hell you can't. They shredding paper for you, ain't you?
Yeah.
Taking trash out for you?
Yep.
Straighten up pencils for you? Sharpen pencils?
That's right.
Valerie, did you not know this? Is this new to you?
No, it's not new. We just haven't set it up that way yet, but that's the plan.
Just keep giving the government money. Appreciate you doing that. Me and Biden appreciate that. How about we do that today?
Yes.
How you set it up? Say it. Say it so. I'm starting to pay my kids today. Just write it down. Write them a check. write them a check, put it in a checking account. They don't have a checking account. Go to the bank, call the bank, set up. You probably do it online. Y'all smart. Y'all young.
Yeah,
Smart
you can do it online.
Some bank account. Put it in their bank account. Well, they might blow it on stuff. Ding dong. Don't show them how to spend it. Just show them how to, just set it up. Set it up. You say it ain't that simple. The hell it ain't. Set up the bank account, deposit money in it, call it a salary. Take a little sheet, get your little notepad like this right here. Get your little notepad and write down in there, paying a salary, paying $100 a week. Oh, it's got to be LLC. No, it don't got to be all that. 100% deducted. You can't use that money to pay for their shoes. They can use that money for anything they want. They can buy concert tickets with it. It's their money. It's not that simple. Business 101. The hell it ain't. What do you think? What do you think now? Can you do it today, Valerie?
Yeah.
Okay, so think about this. If you're paying 25%, if you're in a tax, this is what I'm talking about tomorrow, tax bracket of 25%. If you give them $1,000, that saves you $250 off of taxes. That actually, if you give them $1,000, that your 100,000 goes down to 99,000. Okay. You said, but I don't have the 1,000. Yes, you do. You're going to spend it anyway. So it goes over here, and you got to get tax people, got to get accountants involved. Actually, you don't need accountants. You really just need I'm telling you, if whoever does your taxes, just tell them what you did, and then they write it down like that on the taxes, and it is what it is. Okay, but the 99 the 100,000 goes to 99. So what you're trying to do is get that down lower and lower so that you pay less taxes, but yet you're running your business with it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, Rachel, are y'all going to adopt this pretty quickly?
Yeah, we put it into the kids' IULs, so we pay them tax free, and then
No. Yeah, that's after tax money, bro.
So if I thought you could pay them tax, all right, we'll get out of it.
You pay them a salary for helping out, a small salary that comes right off your bottom line. In addition, the IUL is after tax money. This is pre-tax money. You understand what I'm saying? Pre-tax. You've not paid tax on it yet. You put money over there. I promise you, IULs are after tax money. This is needed information. Okay. But what happens is you move the money over there, and then you use the money out of there to help run their life. There's a limit that you can pay a kid that's under 18. And I don't know if it's $5,000 a year or $12,000 a year, and you might can't afford to pay them 12, but let's say it's cost, whatever the kid's lifestyle is, you can start putting money over and they own it in their bank account, but you're the adult and you control it. You moved it to their bank account, but you control it. So you moved it out of your taxes into theirs. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Raise your hand if this is big.
This is huge.
Yeah.
I'm not just good looking. I'm a smart.
That's right, Andy. You're looking good with that white suit on that family reunion.
Thank you, Sabrina. Appreciate you saying that. Tell me more. So, dude, I'm telling you, I have been beaten up, screwed, tattooed, sued by the government. No, I ain't got sued by the government, but audited by the IRS 50,000 times, and deal with all kinds of stuff, messed up finances. I've been through stuff. As you access it, I can tell you, but I didn't even thought to tell people that. But all y'all got kids and great nieces. I interrupted you. You were a school teacher. You're a school teacher. You got grown. How many kids you got, Sabrina?
Just one. I'm a single mom. Just one. In college.
Would you tell me he's a senior?
He's a senior. Yes.
Where at?
George Mason University.
Okay, and you're studying gaming? Yes. What happens when you come out of college in that job? You get 10 offers, 1 offer, or are you trying to find a job?
It's pretty lucrative. They're looking for you. And the school he's at, they have a very good program that he doesn't have to look for anything. But he's going to Full Sail University when he leaves there to finish his master's in that field.
So when you come out of that degree, people are offering you a job? Yes. By the way, did y'all hear about Eric Belair's daughter? Yes. Listen to what she does. She's a colorist.
Mm-hmm.
or what do you call those books?
DC Comics.
Comic books. She
Mhm.
makes over $300,000 salary. I think it's a little more than that. And she's won 3 Eisners trophies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My son was very impressed because he wants to do the design side of gaming. So he understood that very well. What a big deal that was.
That's good parenting right there.
Yes.
Parents can't take all credit, but that's good parenting right there, Eric Belair and your boy. I went to the textile school, textile engineer. I had 5 job offers. I would have to look at them and pick which one. You'd be surprised with kids. The more focused they are, the higher the pay. The more general people, here's what people tell kids: go get a general degree like business and you can do anything. Like if you get a textile degree, you can't be in business. Did you know he could go and study gaming, get 5 job offers, and start an insurance company? He could go to gaming, get 5 job offers, and start a construction company. You don't, but you grow in a business degree, you get no job offers.
Mm.
You get accounting degree, no job offers. Well, you're not going to like the job offers. You'll get an offer, but you got to get a CPA degree to get anything real. Y'all understand what I'm telling you? That's
Yes.
when people tell you to spread all your business out. I go, focus. All right. Is this helping, Sabrina?
Yes.
Okay. School
Yes.
teacher, kids grown, and then you tell kind of high level the situation that you ended up raising great.
My great niece and nephew. Some of you may
Great niece.
remember the Caden. Caden was with me in Reno when I got my ring. So Caden was out there in Reno, and his sister Bright Eyes at the time was home in South Carolina. And unfortunately, she was left alone in the house by herself and taken into police custody.
That would be your brother, not you. You didn't raise him because your brother.
No. Mm-hmm.
But your brother raised a kid who had a kid, and that kid was home alone, 5 years old.
Yes. Yeah.
Just left there by herself.
Just left there by herself. So I got the call in New Jersey, and 4 hours later, I was in South Carolina. It took me about 8 days to get her out of the system.
The system. What's the system? What do you mean?
Child Protective Services.
She done got picked up by Child Protective Service. I know because I watch Criminal Minds. I know what that is.
Yeah. So it took me 8 days to do that and get her out. And then I had to just rearrange my whole entire life to take care of these children. Very
generous of you. There was no chance of your brother. There's you and there's your brother. There's no brother. The brother wasn't taking over the grandkids. That ain't happening.
No, not at this venture. No.
You could have left them in the system.
I could have, yes.
You didn't want to leave them in the system.
No.
You ain't got a lot of confidence in that system.
Absolutely not.
You like the government. You like the NAA system, but you don't like the government system.
Exactly.
Me and you got a lot in common on that. I
Yes.
like our system. I don't like their system.
Yes.
You know the craziest thing? We got the greatest government in the world, and I don't like them.
I know.
I think that makes me anti-government. But don't I like the government. Praise God, praise Jesus and Biden. I love y'all. Don't like come after me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So it was crazy. So taking some getting used to. I'm finally getting into a rhythm of raising two children. You know, my job was done. My son was in college.
How old are they?
They just turned 6 and 10.
So you practically, have you adopted them too?
Not officially. So this should be the last by next year. I should be able to make it official. I just text the attorney, say, how much does it cost to just get this done and over with? Like, I need to move on.
Could you, if you just had complete authority and did not adopt them, would that be just as good?
Adoption would give me more. It would solidify it more. I have full custody now, so I have total control over them. But I have to still deal with the parents on some level.
All right. So full adoption is better.
Yes.
and full adoption is better. You still have some interaction with parents if you have full adoption.
I mean, I would. They're still their parents, so I would make sure they still at least see them from, occasional.
But if you didn't adopt them, just kind of had full control, you really don't have as much control as if they adopted.
Correct.
Can they call you mama?
They probably won't. They've been around me long enough that they call me Breenie, so that's kind of our name. They zapped Andy? You're back. You're muted.
When I think when I started saying granny, my computer freaked out.
I said Breenie. With a B, not
like
a granny. I'm too fly for a granny.
Like Sabrina, but
yes. But they call me Breenie instead of
Breenie,
yes. So to call me mom now, probably the little one, Bright Eye, slips up every now and then and she'll say it. But I don't push it.
You really
They're very appreciative. I've really been able to just start to give them some structure that they need. Hayden made an honor roll for the first time, which I was very proud of.
All right. So wouldn't that be crazy? You start paying them and they can look at their bank account and you can show them how much they got in the bank account and they go, hey, look, I want to buy this. You about, no, you ain't buying that.
Yes.
I'm your Breenie. I'm going to tell you what you're going to pay for and what you ain't going to pay for.
Yeah. So it's all. So they have a bank now. They got banks for Christmas, which is like an ATM. So they always want to go to the ATM. Can we go to the ATM?
Wait a minute. They got a bank account?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All you do is pay that bank account and it becomes a salary.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was paying it, but I wasn't doing it as a salary. So now that starts today.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I didn't talk to you enough.
You didn't know.
I didn't know.
That's what that guy, John Wayne said. I think it's John Wayne. Ain't he the Army man guy? The actor?
Yes. John Wayne, the Western guy.
Life is stupid. Life is hard. But if you're stupid, it's harder. Hey, look. Information changes the situation.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's get some information here. Contact. Here's my cell phone. I've never had so many people texting me and calling me. But let me tell you something. I don't put up with yin yang. You call me, you don't talk to me. We're getting ready to get productive. We don't just talk to yik yakking. I want something done. I want the pedal to the metal, the rubber to the road, the ball in the basket, the bread in the oven, the car in the garage. I ain't talking about just, I'll be your friend. I don't need no friends. I'm looking for business partners. Okay, that's contact information with me right there. Social media, follow me, tag me. It's good stuff on there. Jessica kills it. We'll tag you. We'll help you grow yours. And then contact breakthrough information. We got a wait list. You sign up on the wait list, you're going to get texts, emails, updates quicker than anybody else when this next event opens up. We're going to do a better job. We ain't never going to do, by the way, 500 only. That thing sold out in 45 minutes. And everybody's like, I'll give you anything. We ain't got no more room. You think a space is going to be up? No, I don't think a space is going to be up. But you ought to get on the wait list just in case it does. And then you're going to be the first one to find out about National Convention. And you need to see how many people you got committed to National Convention on your team. Listen, let me tell you something. If you're a football team and you fill the stands, you're going to get a lot of money coming in. If you're on a football team and ain't nobody come watch, nobody come to the event, let's say you're a football player and half the people are there to see you play, you make more money. But if it's just your mom and daddy come to the game, you're not no high paid player. I'm a leader. How many people got coming to convention? I'm coming. Well, duh. I knew that. I like when people that like, I'm coming. Like, what does that mean? I cannot talk to you right now, bro. All right. So I'm busy. I'm so excited.
That's right.
Okay. Get on breakthrough list. Also, it's coming out. They're lighting people up. Andy going to be teaching 101. How about that? I just saved you $250 snap if you only pay the kid $1,000 a year. If you need to pay them $10,000 each, Think about that, Valerie. 20,000 knocked off of your net income. Instead of making 100, you made 80.
Mm-hmm.
You only pay taxes on 80 instead of 100. And then the $10,000 salary they gets zero taxes. Shicky booyah, booyah. Dude, listen, I got cold chills. I can't write this mess off because I did it for the last 20 years. I can't do it anymore. But I'm looking at every nook and cranny how I can pass money on to my kids through real estate, trusts, eyelets, windows, anything that smart people do to take the money and put it back in the business. So, yeah. Is this making sense?
We're writing everything off. Everything we could think of.
Well, you just thought of 20,000 more you can write off, didn't you?
Yes.
Y'all writing off them nickel and dime stuff. I just give you $20,000 you can write off. And it's 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't make the money, the kids made it.
That's right.
It's huge. There's a lot of little things like that y'all can do. Okay. All right. So let's do this, Sabrina. You don't have a husband or girlfriend or boyfriend or a recruiter. You ain't got nobody that works for you free like these guys got free people work for them. They got husbands and wives and stuff. Do you have any staff, Sabrina?
I have a part-time assistant coming back on board. I paused her when this happened and I had to move and I really wasn't working, but she's coming back on board next month. So okay. She's coming back on part-time. My son does some of the back-end stuff for me as well. He helps me out with that. You
pay him, right?
I was paying his school bill.
That's not the same thing.
No, it's not. So I will be paying him.
You see the difference?
Yes. But that was free labor. But I need the tax deduction.
Let me ask you something. If you're paying his college bill and he's working for you free, is that free labor?
No.
If it comes off of your taxes and you use that to pay his college bill.
Got it. I'm on it.
But he can't tell you what's going to do with that money once you put in the bank account. You tell him.
Yes. That
money's to pay this and that.
Yes, sir.
You can't give him the money and then tell him what to do. Then it ain't tax deductible. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's not a rule. You made up a rule that ain't there.
Got it.
Now, I'm not a CPA. Let's check with accountants and CPAs and whoever does your taxes. You know?
Got it.
Okay, Sabrina.
Yes.
You old school, right? You do the final expense lead, mortgage protection, internet leads. If you're talking to a new person, by the way, you got Zadir going, right?
Nadir, yes, he's awesome.
Nadir, not Zadir, Nadir.
Yeah. Nadir.
I saw Nadir yesterday. Not Zadir, Nadir. He's from
he's out of Dallas. He's Moroccan.
He's from Morocco.
Yeah. That's sexy. Morocco.
I know. Had no idea that was part of Africa. Did you?
Yeah.
You did not.
I did. He told me.
Found out when he told me. That's like Egypt. Who the heck knew Africa was in Egypt or Egypt was in Africa? I thought Egypt was his own pyramids. You mean they got pyramids in Africa? Duh.
Yeah.
This is an educational company also, I've noticed.
It really is. It really is.
There's people watching going, there ain't no pyramids in Africa. Yeah, it's called Egypt.
It's called Egypt. We got to learn them something.
They have a hard time understanding index universal life, and they have a hard time understanding how there's pyramids in Egypt. I mean, in Africa. Okay, so you're old school. So talk about how you got started, going house to house, writing checks, getting checks. Kind of give us highlight how that started and what a new person should do, how cray they need to be.
I started practicing with the warm market, but then I transitioned to leads. And a lot of mortgage protection, a lot of final expense leads, direct mail.
And Steve, we should make sure clear. Stephen Davies coaches you. He's been very involved in your life and teaching you how to sell and what to say on the phone.
Yes.
Okay. There wasn't we weren't even talking about internet leads 5 years ago, were we?
No, we just had the speed leads, but it was pretty much direct. I came from a speed lead.
Well, speed lead was an internet lead. It was
that was an internet lead. And that's where I came from. That's how I actually got into business.
So somebody come sold you a policy and then you got in?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I was a serial entrepreneur, so I was doing everything you could think of.
Well, you was driving one of them little tow trucks around for
United.
For United, you was school teacher. What other business?
I was a realtor. Still am a realtor. Licensed realtor.
You keep that licensed up?
Yes, I do.
All right. So, do you get internet leads now?
I don't really get internet leads. I get direct mail leads, and I get a lot of referrals from the ERS.
So when you get a sale, you turn around and get some more leads.
Yes, absolutely. I do the ERS, and I get a lot of referrals from there.
Tell people what ERS stands for.
Emergency Response System, and that's helping people compose a list of names of people who will call them upon someone's death. And the reason why we get 10 is because we don't know which person on the list is going to still be around, have the number to call. So we try and get at least 10 names. And from that, just from a direct mail lead, I just had a lady call me yesterday. Constantly, you get someone who calls and say, my cousin needs insurance or my son needs insurance. Can you call this person? So when you go with a servant attitude and a servant heart, people send you clients all the time.
Sabrina, are you 6-figure income track? Are you on make 6 figures?
Yes, I did 6 figures last year.
Mm-hmm.
I doubled my income pretty much from the year before in 2022.
Okay. So you're not going to make 200,000 this year.
I won't hit 200,000 this year, no, but I'll be over 100.
Over 100. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm asking my staff. Hello, staff, marketing people. I need for y'all to find a good YouTube training video in our vault that trains on the ERS system and post that on the private Facebook. I want you to text it out to people and say, heads up, you heard about this. You need to watch this video that explains the ERS system. I know Fitzgerald is great at teaching it. I think there's some other people that are great at teaching the ERS. She's brought it up, and I know you want her to take an hour and a half to teach you right now, but we're going to send you that link out, and everybody should do it. If you've not seen it, Valerie, it's insanely free, insanely easy and free. Just like I told you about paying your kids, instant money, instant success. Brain dead person could do it. Boom. A lot of life is like that. Simple, do it. Okay? Or don't care. Okay. ERS system, emergency. How many clients do you have on the books, Sabrina, after 5 years? Any clue?
I think I'm over 500.
Okay. Do you use our system to call your clients and see if they're interested in finding out more? Do you use any of that?
I do use the today's tab, and I use that a lot, especially when it's time for reviews, 6 months and 12 months in particular, and definitely birthdays. I always call. Actually, I sing to my clients on their birthday, so they get a kick out of that. And a lot of times it triggers. Oh, I've been meaning to call you. I wanted to ask you something. And
okay. I'm not sure about this, but check with President's Club. I think for $1 a dial, we'll call your clients. So and also I would seriously consider the mail thing that Clay does. He spent $1,300 in 1 year and made $10,000 extra dollars. So maybe you only spend $300 or $400 on it, but if you turn it into $2,000, and it's easy. So press the button. And I would consider the other thing. Now, I will say this, with only 500 clients, it's not going to last too long, but you might want to say, I want you to make enough calls that you create 1 to 2 hot leads a week with my current clients. You say, well, I'm already calling them. I'm already singing to them. I don't care. You're not, if you don't get in a return in 90 days, let's say you spend $30 a month and you don't turn that $90 into $1,000, then quit doing it. But if you spend $90 and make an extra $1,000, does that make sense? Jared? Jared, when you're coaching your people, do you see how I'm excited about the dumbest, most simple thing in the world?
Yeah.
That's what's missing with a lot of people. They don't teach their people the simple stuff. It's $2 a dial, or they can guarantee you an appointment for $15. So if your clients know you, Sabrina, I'm reading it right off Clayton's text. So they talk to 3 people and book you an appointment. That's a $6 appointment. But if they call, and it takes them 10, that would cost you $20. But if you just want to pay 15, they'll just do it for 15. So you tell them you want to pay per call. If I were you, I'd try per call. So if you do 30, say I'm gonna give you $30 a month. That's 15 calls. They're gonna call 15 people a month. It's kind of small, but if you want to try it, do $30, 15 phone calls, and let's see what they get. And if they get you a hot prospect, and then you say, well, I knew that woman, I could have called herself. You're busy. You're Branny. Branny ain't got is it Branny or Branny?
Breeny. Bree. Say Bree.
Bree. Bree. You're Breeny.
I'm Breeny.
Breeny ain't got time to do everything. So for
She sure don't.
$30, they give you a hot prospect. And
I need that to pay for the nanny I'm about to hire.
Say that again.
I said, yeah, I need that to pay for the nanny I'm about to hire.
I know, but you don't work. Think about it. Would you rather put $90 in the slot and get out 1,000, or work harder?
No, I'll take the 90.
Buy the work for $90. Val, you're very smart. St. John's. Is this making sense to you?
It is making sense.
Have you heard the story about a spider monkey, Valerie?
What story are you talking about?
You drill a hole in a coconut and you put some peanuts in there. Coconut's is still connected to the tree. The spider monkeys go in, they put their hand in the hole and they grab the peanuts. And they can't get their hand out because they won't let go of the peanuts to take their hand out. They get their hand on the peanuts and they don't want to let go of it. So then the hunter goes and captures them a spider monkey. We don't want to be a spider monkey. Let the peanuts go for freedom. Let the $30 go. Let the $100 go to buy freedom. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If it don't work, stop doing it. If it works, double it. Let's say she does $30 a month and they book an appointment each month and she makes $1,500 off of $90. Well, you ever sit around and go, I'm going to call some leads. Would you rather have somebody saying, hey, one of your prospects is ready for you to talk to? Or would you rather be sitting there calling through leads for an hour?
Mm-hmm. Got it.
So maybe you go to $60 a month. Now you got 2 appointments. You see what I'm saying? But if you can't got time to do it, don't do it. But if you got time to do it, why not do it? And then you got to hire a nanny, which saves you some time. You hire somebody to cut your grass, that saves some time. All right. So do you still go to houses, Sabrina?
I do. I still go to houses. I'm just working on my schedule now. I'm going to go back to Jersey 3 days a week to run business 2 to 3 weeks a month. I go to Dallas 1 month, 1 weekend out of the month as well to help my team out there. So yes, I still go into houses.
Okay. While I'm talking, my genius staff has texted out to people. Check out the awesome trainings on the Alliance Emergency Response System. Y'all understand I'm not working harder. I'm working smarter.
Yes.
Because now everybody has 1 hour of Brian Rojas explaining it. They get an hour of Alex Fitzgerald explaining it and an hour of Brant Swindell explaining it. So what if we have 1,000 people on this call and 800 of them are intelligent enough to watch let's say 300 of them are intelligent enough to watch these 3 videos. That's 300 times 3 hours. That's 900 hours of intelligence going into my network.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying, Jared? I'm getting 900 hours of intelligence. 900 hours. Now, let's say that another 200 of the 1,000 watching only watch 2. Well, then that's 200 times 2. That's 400 hours. So now we're at 1,300 hours of intelligence. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Versus talking to you and getting you to do it one time, I just give out 3 systems.
Got it.
It's hard to build a business by yourself, but if you use the systems, you can take the money you make from a sale and pay your marketing manager, pay your IT manager, pay your university person to get this text out while I'm talking. You can pay for some more dials. Oh, by the way, Clay, I want you to email me or text me and tell me, what do you call it where you do the mail system? What do they ask for when they want to do that? And here's another question from my staff. I've had people saying, how do I see where I stand with the company? Am I in 50th place, 100th place? And what I did is I clicked on year-to-date premium, and it only has the top 30. So I'm asking my staff to text me. Do you know, Sabrina, how you can find out where you rank in the company, or is it only the top 30? If you're in the top 30, you don't know.
You're right. I don't know. I just look at the leaderboard.
Where do you find the leaderboard?
On the ARC.
Where at on the ARC?
At the bottom of the page. The leaderboard there on the main page, on the home page.
Where it says year-to-date premium?
Yes.
But is it more than 30 people?
No, I believe it's just the top 30.
Are you in the top 30?
I am not
Well,
yet.
How do you know where you rank if you're in the top 30?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's only showing. I don't know where to go outside of that.
As
Me
of
neither.
right now, Andy, you've only asked for top 30 to show on those leaderboards, but we can definitely extend it. There is not another place I can think of right off.
How
You
fast
could
can you?
I think it's on the ARC. Isn't it on the ARC?
Let Valerie's got something.
Okay. I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say, you could also use the Alaska trip and then just deduct the marketing credits, but that's still only top 200.
Ooh. Let's do let's put on year-to-date premium. Let's change that to the top 200.
I'll fix it and have it up to date by end of day.
Hammy's happy with that. Are y'all happy with that?
Yes.
Valerie, you happy with that?
Yeah.
Hand like this. I didn't say ecstatic, smart girl from St. John. I said happy. Okay, we just went from top 30 to top 200. So now if you're in the top 200, you can see where you rank.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
I am also.
I don't know why. When I put it at 30, I had a good reason. I just don't remember what it was.
For other people to get to the top 30.
Well, that might have been it, Valerie. I just can't remember. Okay, do you sell some over the phone in addition to selling going to the house, Sabrina?
I do a lot with my current clients, and I do a lot with the referrals. So a lot of times with the
phone.
Yeah, I'll do that over the phone. Especially if I get a referral and someone sends it to me, or even with the ERS, depending on their reaction over the phone, I'll just do it over the phone. But
okay, all right. Get this: It's called AM cards, AM cards. Okay. It's $300 to set your name up and all that. Waived, free with President's Club. You can go direct company. I don't care. We'll make no money on it. But you got to pay them $300 to set it up. But if you're a President's Club member, it's free. We got more people join President's Club than we've ever had before. So many services we offer, not just showing you how to do tax savings and everything else and calling your clients. It's just free. It's $2 to send a colored, stamped, folded card to your client for $2. And with the ARC, you can download everything from the ARC right into AmCard, so all your clients in there. So if you want to spend $100 a month, $50 a month, $20 a month, try it, people. If you don't make money, stop. I got money in the stock market. Dude, we don't take $100 and turn it into $107. We don't take $100 and turn it into $80. That's what the stock market does. They turn that $100 into $80. Or they're turned into $107. No, you put it into your business. It's called a tax deduction immediately. Then you take the 100, turn it into 2,000 or turn it into 800. Now you got a bigger tax problem. Oh, I don't want a bigger tax problem. Yes, you do. You go from a $100 tax problem to an $800 tax problem. You take the 800, turn it into a $5,000 tax problem. And eventually you got a multi-million-dollar tax problem, and you're in my problem. Now you start looking at real estate, but you don't look at real estate when you're broke as Dookie. You do not look at real estate when you're broke, people. You look at how to turn $100 into 800, how to turn 800 into $5,000, how to turn $5,000 into 90,000, how to turn 90 into 2 million. Until you can't figure out. Once you max out, okay, y'all make sense? You don't have problems until you start making millions. You got tiny problems. We need to fix it with tiny solutions. Sabrina, you tracking with me so far?
Yes, I am.
Have you tried that postcard thing yet?
I have not. I've always just handwritten mine out, but I'm going to do it now to save my time. Yes. Yes.
Oh, God, you saved me so much time screaming at you.
Yes, I will. I will do that.
God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. My mama thanks you.
Valerie, when I save her time, it saves me time. When I speed up her income, it speeds up my income. I'm not against her. I'm not a slave driver. I'm not a taskmaster. I'm not a mean person. I'm trying to make money faster. And the only way I can do that is to save her time. And if you fight me, Sabrina or Valerie or Jared, you fight me on when I'm trying to help you move faster, it just slows my money down. So what I'll do is I'll look for somebody else that will listen quicker. Make sense?
Copy that.
Makes sense.
Okay. All right, Valerie, your sales are a little bit different because you kind of high level, you tried leads, then you tried personal, and then you kind of bounced on until you got in a rhythm. Don't get me wrong, it didn't last months and months and months, but kind of give us a high level how you bounced around until you found your little sweet spot that you found.
Yeah, I started with like the all in-home direct final expense stuff. And it worked. I saw success with it. The problem was I wasn't able to, I think, scale. It was kind of slowing me down, just, spending more time in the car. Georgia's a big state. So I figured out that, okay, well, if I switch to internet stuff, I can get to more people in less amount of time.
Yeah. But you also started really, really honing in on friends and family and relatives, didn't you?
Yeah, that too. So, once the friends and family realize the business is actually stable and yes, I'm still doing life insurance, they start coming around and able to help them as well. And then, the referral thing, ERS system that Sabrina was talking about as well.
But you made some money right pretty quick off of friends and family, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah. So in the first few months of the year, a lot of it was, just networking with that warm market. And then
tell me how you did that. That's hard for most people. How did you do that? How did you get up the gumption? What did you say to your cousins and aunts? Tell me what you said to them. Give me a little script.
Just started telling them more about what I'm doing, sending them some of the different interviews such as this. And honestly, just letting them know hey, this is what I'm doing. You need life insurance. Signing them up. But it was really, I think, a huger focus on the internet stuff. Like that's what I think really like trampoline.
But I don't understand what you see in internet. Do you mean leads, or are you talking about
leads? Yeah, leads, internet leads.
Okay. Is it which ones? Is it like the $9 and $6 one, $19 ones, or what is it?
No, so it's just different like social media stuff. So using like branding on social media platforms. And then now we're going to actually mix back in some of the direct mail leads at some point, just so I can run into more of the safe money and get some annuities. Like,
are you doing are you literally doing the $9 internet leads we do? I don't even know what you call them.
No, just separate stuff.
Are you creating them yourself by posting stuff?
Yeah, that, and then relying on just other social media influencers that talk about life insurance that have leads.
So you're paying other people to give you leads?
Yep, and then trying to generate them myself too. So a little bit of both.
How many different sources are you paying to give you internet type leads?
So I've tried about two.
About two or
two?
About three?
Two.
I like it when people say about two. Like, is it 7? So you have 2 of them succeeding and giving you good leads?
Mm-hmm. And okay, so now I'm trying to duplicate and do that myself with like my own brand, my own content. And then again, we still want to mix back in some of the direct mail leads because that's, an older demographic where you do run into more of that safe money.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you. I love what you're doing. You're in the top, I think you're in the top 20 in the country. Let's see where she is. Valerie. Valerie, this is her second full year. She's number, I just saw it. She's number 18 in the United States of America. And it's only her second year. So I have pinned people with us 8 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and you are smoking that butt. Okay. But I know it's not a competition and they've got plenty of money and they're comfortable. They're comfortable in their nice little home. Please, Valerie, don't get comfortable. Like 10 years from now, don't let somebody come around and spank you, smoke you. And, don't do that. Okay. No. So what I want to do, I'd like for you to work more hours, but that's not what I'm saying. I would like for you to be more money while you're working. So during the hours that you're working, I'd like for you to make, in other words, let's say you work 8 hours and you make $8,000. Mm-hmm. I would like to see you 8 hours and make $9,700.
Me too.
Okay. Here's how you do that. You become better and more efficient. So I have some friends that do social media leads. They're very good. And if you can call them right then, they'll be some of the best leads you've ever had. Also, we have some $9 leads. I would get $9 leads within, I don't care if it's only 2 a week, but if it's within an hour or 2 hours of you, it's like you're calling your neighbor. And I would rather you call your neighbor than calling somebody in Alabama. So internet lead from Alabama, internet lead from 2 hours from you. Mm-hmm. I'll pick this one all day. I'll pick the one that's close to you all day. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You ain't going to go see them, but they might think you are. You might like them and have coffee with them one day. You might recruit them within 2 hour window of Atlanta. Does this make sense?
Mm-hmm. It makes sense.
Rather than thinking, God, I've been calling all these internet leads I got and these leads I've generated. Let me get a cup of coffee. I would rather you have a hot one come in and then you call that one to book an appointment. So I would like to see a hot appointment hitting your email every hour rather than 6 come in and you call them all. Then you got to call them all. And then you call them all. See, now we've wasted 30 minutes versus if you had a lot lead and you book an appointment. Does that make sense?
Yep, it does. And then I've been trying to automate stuff too. So, they have different types of software you can use to do automated messages. And so that way you're not the one.
I'm just telling you, my best friend that makes the most money only makes $1 million selling Facebook leads. That's it. So that's pretty good. No, it's not. We're not about making $1 million. We're going to make $1 million in overrides. He has to work to do that. He has to work to create those leads, Valerie. The day he stops working, leads quit coming in. This might be hard to get through to you. I'm telling you, if you having to work for leads, you're paying.
Mhm.
If you're having to work for leads, you're paying. They're not free. So if I work in the week, if I work 10 hours and I create 40 leads, 10 hours, 40 leads. You tracking with me?
Yep.
Okay. So let's say if you had a hot prospect on the phone, you could make $1,000. Okay. So 10 hours, 10 times 1,000 is $10,000. If you create 40 leads in 10 hours divided by 40, that's $250 a lead. So you're only making $250 an hour if you work 10 hours and create 40 leads. Does that make sense? You get, well, what if I set up a system and leads just keep coming in? If my friend could do that, he wouldn't have to keep working to make $1 million. Because every time you walk away from the internet, they change the logarithms, they change the methods, they change the systems. People get used to seeing the leads, and you have to do everything over all the time to recreate that $1 million income. So for you to make that $250 per lead, right?
Mhm.
Then you have to keep working. Versus if you could find a way to pay another person to work on the internet and give you hot leads, now you can make $1,000 an hour. And then instead of spending that 10 hours, this math, if I had a whiteboard, I could draw this out mathematically from an engineering standpoint. You go like, well, that's crazy. And I go, I know, that's what I'm trying to say. So be careful you're not working when you could be printing money. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Like I could go search and find all those trainings on ERS, and I wouldn't have to pay Tia or Andy or anybody. I could save that money. But I spent that money. Now I didn't spend a minute, but I got it done while I'm talking to you. So if you could, it's here's like people say, it's not, if a person makes like $1 million a month, they're not much smarter. Yes, they are. They are smarter. They're smarter at making more money per hour. Does that make sense? So I love what you're doing. I just want you to fade away from the work of creating leads and the work of printing money that pays $1,000 an hour. And then eventually I want you to teach somebody to make $1,000 an hour, and you make $100 an hour off of them. So then if you got 10 people and you're making $100 an hour, you're making, $1,000 an hour off of their work. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And it's definitely less focus on me doing it and more focus on paying someone else.
Always. It seems so, it seems selfish and it seems unselfish at the same time. It seems selfish because you're trying to make more money, but you're giving away more money. It's called capitalism.
Yeah, you can't choke your dollar. Money's a tool. You gotta use it.
You can't spider monkey your money. Okay. Jared. Okay. So hear me saying, people say, you're against selling like she sells. No, I love what Valerie's doing. Have I ever said anything negative about what you do, Valerie? No. Thrilled. But if you have a person that buys direct mail and goes to house and starts running $20,000 a month, do you care?
No.
If you have an agent that starts running direct mail and they're going house to house and they're making 20,000 sales a month, do you care, Valerie?
No.
No, you're happy with what they're doing. And then that person hires somebody else, and then they want to do it. Let people do what they want to do. Don't be silly. Okay, does this help? Jared, and Rachel. Seriously, top 3 things you pulled away from what we've already said. Top 3.
Pay your kids, number 1.
Yeah.
Pay your kids, buy leads, and just lean into the system. Clay Murtis, what they have set up at President's Club, automate your time. Buy your time back, or buy your time back. It's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. That's kind of the thing about it. So just getting good at those things and just leaning into the system.
I got 20 people that are happy that we're adding it top 200. My guess is none of them 20 are in the top 30. But they're happy about it. So in a few minutes, let me see if it's set up yet. It might already be set up. Nope, it's still top 30. They'll have it. Okay, Rachel, how about you? What's top 3 things you take away?
For one, it was going to be paying our kids, because I think that's going to be huge. And I know they're going to be excited about that too. Pouring into that system, like you talked about, it's not just Jason and Olga that we have to lean on to. We have Riddle, we have President's Club. There's all these different resources. And I want to start using the AmHam cards that they went out to our clients. I think that's huge. That's game changer for referrals, everything.
So when you start paying your kids, you need to do this, Hesna. Kids, I'm going to start paying your salary, but let me tell you something. We're going to business. I'm going to coach you how this works. So we're going to invest in things. We're going to take your money and we're going to invest in things that matter. Okay. So when you want to buy your kid a book, guess where it comes from? His money. Does that make sense? If he wants to buy this, you say, look, we could buy this or we could buy this, son. And if you buy this, then I'll give you a raise income. You buy this, I'm going to cut your income. You see, this gives you a chance. This gives you a chance to start training your kids. This makes you lose money, son. This makes you make more money. This hurts you, son. This grows you, son. So they don't get to say what they use it for. You get to say what they use it for. End of day. Oh, Tia said by the end of day. So tomorrow when we wake up, we'll be able to see the top 200. That's what I'm going with. So tomorrow I'll be clicking on it. How about y'all? Y'all can click on that, see who's in.
Absolutely.
See where you are. By the way, if y'all see something like that, shoot me a complaint. Say, I sure wish this could happen. I always say that to somebody. I wish you'd get free leads. Yeah, and I wish you'd start working. How about that?
That's right.
Don't start with your silly wishes, and I won't give you my silly wishes.
Yeah, I like that, paying the kids. That's huge. That's how we're gonna pay for the activities out there on the account.
How about if I had an accountant tomorrow on a call at 10 and said, this is how it works, really, for real. He's an accountant that can say that. Would that be cool?
Absolutely.
That'd be real cool.
I'll try to make that happen. I will try. Can't guarantee, but I'm going to try. Jared and Rachel, what do y'all do? Do y'all do internet, Facebook, direct mail, go to house? Talk to me. And Jared, you're doing sales.
So I'm 100% in the house. Driving around do about 40 appointments a week in the house, and it's all direct mail, Medicare leads. Pretty much run those and then cross sell off of those. We're working through
you done fired me up. That's the cheapest lead we got.
I know, and it's the same person who buys Final Expense.
Well, we don't want to tell everybody.
Yeah, no, don't buy them. I don't. No.
So you got the cheapest lead. Do you sell Medicare?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, that's good because you can't buy a Medicare lead and not sell Medicare. Yeah. But your goal is really additional sales.
Yeah, so we'll write a Med Advantage pretty easy. That's like the most high intent lead too. Is you filled this out? Yes, I did. Come on over. So, and I've been in houses with Medicare leads, and like they bring over 4 or 5 other people in the same park that they live in, and you're just writing Medicare apps. So that's pretty cool. A lot of hospital indemnity, and then we come back out to do the final expense. A lot of IUL, a lot of the IULEs with moves. So it's like shooting fish in a barrel with those leads for sure. And now we're trying the internet leads when we go up to. We're actually have a team up in New Hampshire, so I'm going up there for a week. So I'm starting some internet leads up there as well.
Well, you're getting in Debbie Ben's territory. You're gonna get some kickback.
I know. I heard about her.
Hey, what's your Rachel? You wanted rookie recruiting board. What does that mean?
Well, we have a recruiting board, but it's month to date by AM, right? So I want one for rookies. Like we have the rookie leaderboard, but why not for recruiting?
I don't know what you mean. I don't see it. You're saying there's a leaderboard for recruiting?
No, I'm saying we should create one.
For like
you want to see a leaderboard for recruiting?
Yeah, like personal.
Rachel, I told you I'm making you one. Andy, we're making a recruiting leaderboard, by the way.
That makes me so happy. Thanks, Tia.
She's working on it. Hey, let's do this on the year-to-date premium for rookies. It's a top 30. Let's take that to 100. So the top 100 rookies, we'll be able to see that. I'm not going to do 200 on rookies yet, but we'll do 200 on everybody else. Okay. And then a recruiting board is going to be coming. A leaderboard for recruiting is going to come out.
Sweet.
Woohoo! And then if you got to do that, you got to do a rookie recruiting board too. So, and let's start that. Let's start those let's start the rookie one at third. Let's start both of those at 30. We'll see what they look like to you. Listen, I'm so excited, guys.
So am I.
So, okay, let's review, Jared. You get, what kind of leads do you buy?
Direct mail, Medicare leads.
Do you do mortgage protection, final expense?
Just direct mail Medicare leads.
Okay. If I had a whiteboard, I did this the other day in the Treasure Island, and I drew out your territory.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then do you use Route for Me or Road Warrior?
Yeah. Road Warrior. Yeah.
Okay. When you do Road Warrior, the quicker that you can get to people as you're driving around. So I honestly would consider this. I'm gonna go from 0 to 100 miles an hour. I would seriously consider buying every possible lead in the territory that you work. At first, it sounds a little crazy to go 0 to 100, but I just want you to gradually get to that point to where you own every single lead in that territory, so that when you do Road Warrior, it's just jam packed with people. So you don't have to drive 5 minutes or 15 minutes. You drive 1 minute to knock on the door. And then when you're booking appointments, your appointments will be so much closer together. Like, in other words, it's cheaper to have a Medicare here and a Medicare here than to own the leads to go from here to here, from here to here. Okay, from here to here, if you owned every lead every mile, but you would save the time of going here versus you could go here, 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 and here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that way you you'll probably run 12 appointments a day doing it like that.
It's more concentrated. That's why I keep telling people, like I was on a call until this call. And then they're texting me after I'm jammed. Like this morning, 7:15, I'm out the door on a headset with Sabrina. I'm on with Davies. I'm on with you guys. I walk 3 miles. I do another 2 miles. I'm getting some sun. What do you call that? Whatever oxygen that is. That's some kind of vitamin D. Vitamin D. Got me some D. Got me some tan going on. I got me some exercise going on. I'm on the phone. I walk in here, I get a shower, I'm on a conference, I'm doing a Zoom, boom, and then immediately after this, I got other calls. It's concentrated money in a day. Like, well, I don't want to work like that. Now, let me tell you something. Come 5:30, I take Jane to eat anything she wants to eat. We can either drive the $275,000 Rolls Royce Bentayga, not Rolls Royce. What do I got? It's not a Rolls Royce.
The Maybach?
No, a Bentayga. Bentley. We can
the Bentley. Oh, my
$270,000 Bentley, or we can take the $40,000 Jeep she wants to drive. We go to eat, in other words. And then if she wants, I'm going to say, hey, baby, we need to go here. We need to go. We book it. So I'm concentrated, but I'm working, but I'm not working. It's insanity. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like, I don't mind working, but I don't want to be broke and work. So I want to work and then take that money. So, okay. We're in the OT. Is this helpful?
Very helpful. Very helpful.
Hopefully more helpful with y'all than anybody else, because I'm screaming at you. But hopefully some people says, you know what? He was telling Sabrina, but I'm going to swipe it. I'm going to steal that information.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm available for y'all three to text, call. I'm proud of y'all. Congratulations on what you're doing. You got great teams. And I've never seen it this crazy. See how many people you can get signed up for national convention. You think family reunion was crazy? Our national convention is going to be off the charts. You don't even know where it's going to be.
Florida?
You don't even know.
Can't
You
wait.
don't have no hint. Breakthrough's going to be in Orlando.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Love y'all. Thanks. Y'all did great.
Thanks,
you.
Andy.
Thanks, Andy.
Love y'all. All right. Thank y'all.